Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Lucky 56. Gone.
And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Dancing to his left. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Roger.
Keenum will try again on 2nd down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On 1st and 10, Keenum buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. the gun, Keenum. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Had a nice broken tackle and then brought down right around the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Derrick Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to throw, Keenum. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jurrell Casey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll drop to throw. Throwing deep for Stewart. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On second down, here's Keenum. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Keenum steps away to his left. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Woods. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing deep for Stewart. And it'll be intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear?
Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Trying to get it to Woods. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Titans getting set to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Keenum. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Keenum now on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And it's second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Keenum on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They will go for it. It's Keenum. Being chased out left. And it's caught by Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. On first down, Keenum going up top. Oh, wide open, complete. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the right hash in a bit of a tight angle. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
From the red zone now, Keenum. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to...
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we're good, we're good.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Hey, go, Roger.
They get it to him running left, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Keenum now on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked him.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They begin with Henry. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Off the play fake, Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, it's Keenum. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Space to run past the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Now a play fake, and it's Keenum. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right?
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cordero Patterson, 72 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 13-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Keenum now on first down. And Walker with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
22.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They'll fake the give. Now Keenum. Airing it out deep for Woods. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gun! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And just shedding him off there. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. He'll get it up the middle, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And Davis with it left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Caught right side, Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Suckup will put this one right through. So we reach the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Stewart. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field going through that one. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Again to Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum airing it out deep for Woods. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Keenum will try again on 2nd down. They set up the screen for Henry. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Keenum. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Touchdown, Titans! Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10. After the interception, here's Keenum. They will find Davis on the left side, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Titans on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Throwing now is Keenum. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now Keenum to try again after the pick 6. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Down. Let's go, Roger.
To throw is Keenum. Dancing to his left. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two. The Titans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So the Broncos coming out now. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now back to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his
He got
rhythm is just
confused.
off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team.
And he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Play action. Now it's Keenum. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Throwing deep for Stewart. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Titans now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're at Derrick Henry all alone. 30, 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Again, it's Henry. And an alley to run. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The Pro Bowler, Chris Harris, is in on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And that one results in 35 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that.